Hey everybody, this is Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, August 17th, 2021 and this is FlossTube number 29. This is a channel mostly about cross stitch. I will talk mainly about other things. If I do some other sewing or stitching or anything like that, I might mention them, but most of the time it's just cross stitch. So if you're new here, thank you so much for coming. To all of my new subscribers, I kind of had a boost in subscribers the last couple weeks, and I just want to welcome everybody and thank you all for subscribing. And if you're not subscribed yet, why don't you go ahead, just join my community. And for the people that have been around forever, it seems, thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Sunday was my husband's birthday. So we went to church, went out to eat with our youngest two who live here in town with us, and then came home for German chocolate cake. And then yesterday I made a big pot of gumbo for him. I've always made gumbo on his birthday, except for when it falls on a Sunday. I make it either the day before or the day after. But since it was a Monday, and I had a baby shower Saturday, and gumbo takes all day, I went ahead and just did it Monday. It's his first full day with all students. For those of you that don't know, my husband is a teacher, and so it's his first full day with all students. We start school kind of early here in Louisiana. And so the two youngest came for gumbo again. And so that's what we had. And then today we're chilling out because this Friday our youngest is moving back home. She's been living in apartments with the school Bible college that she's been in, but she is not going back, and so she has to move out before the new students move back in. So that's what she's doing. She wants to get her own apartment, but of course she has to save up deposit and, you know, furniture and whatnot. You know, she doesn't need a whole lot. It's a little one bedroom, just her apartment, so she's not, you know, looking for a lot of furniture. She doesn't like clutter, so we'll see what she does. But she's moving back Friday, so we'll have her here for probably a good month or two for her to save up some money and make sure that she actually does make enough money to pay for bills and rent and car insurance and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how long she's here for. Our empty nest has added an extra one, so we're no longer empty. But that's okay. We don't mind. There are children, and you know, sometimes kids need their parents' help, and we're happy to oblige when we can. Anyway, so what have I been doing? I have two finishes, two new starts. One of those new starts is a finish, and if you've been with me a while, you probably know which one it is. But on to my first finish. I'm so excited to finish this. I loved every moment of it. I love the stitch. It's so pretty. It is Little Women, and it is by Sapphire Mountain and part of the Stitching Book Club. And I am in love with this piece. My husband, when I held it up when I finished, I held it up, he says, "Oh, you need a gallery wall." I'm like, yes, I do. I need a gallery wall because all of these are kind of folded up in a box, and so I do need to get them hung. But I love the tree and those purple flowers. My thread is a little janky, but other than that, I love everything about this stitch. My borders matched up. When I saw borders, I was like, but they matched up. I am thrilled. There was the only thing, my thread was the only fudging I think I did. I did change the order of the girls into youngest to oldest. She had Joe last. But other than that, it is done. They are called for DMCs. I believe this is a 14 count Ada that I just had in my stash, so I have no idea where it's from, where I got it. It just magically appeared, you know, like most of my stitching stuff does. So there it is. Yay! I'm so excited. I don't know if she's going to be doing another one. I do believe she's been having a little bit of health issue, so I'm not sure what's going on, if she's going to do another one. But she has some in there that I really like from previous book clubs. This was a mystery, 4 parts. But I might look at some of her others, but not just yet. But like I said, I don't know if she has another one coming up. I haven't gotten an email or anything. And then for my Erica Michaels ABC book, my stitch along that I'm doing, I know a couple of people are joining me. This is the letter D. I started it Sunday night after the kids left, and I finished it last night. So it's a one-day stitch. If I were to start in the morning, I probably could have finished it. Erica Michaels, designer. I think your name, I'm not sure what your real name is, but your instructions on making the grass are absolutely stellar. I, on the other hand, am not good at following instructions, so my grass looks janky. It does. It really does. It's a little pathetic looking grass. It's like somebody mowed it with the deck too low and it scalped the lawn. So my grass is janky. That's the specialty stitch I am learning. I am doing these blocks to challenge myself and to learn something new, because I kind of got into this, oh, I can only stitch on Ada. I'm not good at anything else. I can't do specialty stitches. Forget the fact that when I first started stitching, one of my first pieces was on linen. I remember my mom telling me that. She says, I was so much braver when I was younger. And now I understand. I was so much braver when I was younger. Now I'm kind of like, But this is to challenge myself. So I use the blue background because D is for daffodils, and I cannot think of the name of the stitch. I should have brought my paper. But it was mostly in yellows. My dad's favorite color is yellow. His name is David. So it starts with the letter D. And my mom's favorite color was blue. So I used the blue background. And she always wanted to make a yellow, blue, and green quilt because yellow and blue make green. And I have all of her fabric, and one day I will sit down and do it because my middle son wants me to make one for him. So this is part of my EM ABC Sal. That's my hashtag. And that is daffodil and some kind of stitch. I'll put it on the bottom. But letter D. So that is my second finish. Yay! New start, and I think I showed this to y'all last week. That I was going to start it. So this is the, hold on, I will get it. Fat Quarter Shop. Is it World Stitching Day? Worldwide Stitching Day, International Cross Stitch Day. World Cross Stitch Day piece right here. That's it right there. And so I started it, and I got the first little part done right here. There it is. Whoops, scooch it over, Rachel. So I got that done, the first part done. And she does have it blocked off. I don't think oh yeah, I do. Here's the dates. Okay, so week 1 had to be finished by August 18th. She doesn't have to be finished by, not the day it starts. So that's why I went ahead, so I'm ahead, August 18th. So the next part is right here. I'll probably work on that this week. Get that done. It was quick. Letters are quick for me. I like doing letters. I kind of don't have to think about them unless they're pretty extravagant letters. Loop-de-loops and stuff like that. But other than that, here it is. So World Cross Stitch Day. This is a chart, and I am using, okay, so this is 14 count, again. Some kind of Ada that was in my stash. I think this might, no, I don't think this is the Kato brand. Oh, I know what this is. This is the same piece that I used, don't look at my back, same piece that I used for the Serendipity. It is a 14 count Ada that was in my mom's things. And it's one of those where my borders are 2 inches instead of 3 inches in order to fit. And that's how the Serendipity was. It was that kind of fabric. And I am using the floss pack, which is Cosmo. And so Cosmo floss, I like it. It's smoother. I find it very, very smooth. Will I switch exclusively to it or use it a lot? No. To me, kind of like the Anchor. DMC is more readily available. If there's some, I know that Kimberly Jolly says she likes the aquas that are in Cosmo. And I know people that say that Anchor has better aquas and turquoise and purples. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things. If it is a chart where I can switch out colors, then, and I have them, I'll use them. Or like if I'm doing something and I'm at Joann's and maybe they don't have the color in DMC, I'll switch over to Anchor and get those. So, you know, I'm not opposed to them. If somebody said, hey, Rachel, you want a full set of Cosmo floss? I won't say no. But there it is. You know. I think it's good. And I think like it is. I think a lot of designers are very much, I like this turquoise better. So they kind of, you know, stick with one brand. Most of them do. A lot of them, they'll switch around. No big deal. So anyway. City of Romance by Stitchrovia. I didn't know if I'd get to that this week. I was going to wait until I finished with my letter D block. Since I finished it, I picked this up last night and a little bit this morning, and I stitched some rooftops. So I'm working on this rooftop right here. I got this done and this done since the last time you saw it. I am still loving this stitch. I am realizing that I think I need to get a smaller needle. I'm doing 2 strands and I'm using the Anchor from Joann's with this. I still like it. Still don't like the packaging. It's frustrating. But I like the floss. And so I think it's coming out pretty. I love the colors. They're bright and they're bold and they cover well, but I do need to get a smaller needle because it is a little tight in there. And so I have some stitches that aren't too pretty looking because I'm trying to sit there and shove them in there. So that is City of Romance by Stitchrovia. And this is stitched on 14 count Aida that I dyed using Dynaflow dyes. It is splotchy, but most of this will be covered up, and so I'm okay with that. I'm still perfecting my dye process with Dynaflow, but this is it right here. Yeah, still like it. Still like the I can't find my bag. No, I didn't bring the bag for that one. Okay. Sorry, talking to myself. I still like it. It's really good. It's going well. So if you know of a better needle that will handle 2 strands, that maybe I might need to get something pointy. I don't like pointy needles. But I think I might have to get something that's a little pointy to I'm looking at the wrong notes. I'm looking at last week's notes. So I might have to get a little needle that's a little bit more pointy to go through all the thicknesses. Because, you know, once you get 4, almost, you know, when all 4 holes are filled, you got 8 strands of floss. So it's pretty, you know, thick. You know where I'm going with that. All right. My next stitch is Remember Me. And this is a Blackbird design, Reward of Merit. I am doing this for a wall of ancestors, like I'm calling it. Our family that's gone before us. My husband actually has a sister, and his parents' oldest child passed away when he was like 6 months old. And so they're going to go on the wall. So it's just family members that have gone before us. And so that's why I'm doing this. This is my first Blackbird. This is on 32 count, some kind of linen. I did have to rip out my M. I realized my M was off, so I had to rip that out. So I would have been a little further along, but anyway, this is it right here. I'm using the call for DMCs. I was very, when I pulled out this gray right here, I really wanted it to be blue. And when I pulled it out, I was like, that is too gray. But then I started stitching with it, and I was like, oh, it's got a little blue to it. So I really, really like it. But this is Remember Me. So I am going to pick that up this week and try to get some more done. I would like to finish the words and then maybe work on some of the little elements and get that finished soon. So, put these back in here before I forget. All right, and then finally, flea market flowers. Flea market flowers. I am doing this on, I think it's 16 count. Maybe not. Maybe it is 18 count. I'm not sure. But I did all the blue flowers this week. I'm picking a color flower. I'm picking a color is what I'm doing. And then I'm doing all in that color. The only thing I'm not doing is some of the blue centers will be pink. I'm not using brown. And so when I get to those, I'll pull out the pink again and fill them in. I should have done it before I stitched the flowers while I still had the pink out. But anyway, this is using called for DMCs. And I'm just trucking along. It's taken me a while, but I'm getting it done. Yeah. It's, I don't know if the way I'm doing it is efficient or not, but it's the way I'm doing it. So I'm going to finish blue flowers this week and hopefully get all the blue flowers done and maybe try to fill in some of the centers of the blue flowers in the colors that I want them. So anyway, so I have 2 purchases, 2 digital patterns, and 1 freebie. So I have been looking for a sampler that has an elephant on it, and Stitching 911 Stitcher. You know who you are. She showed this, and it is by Twin Peak Primitives, and it is Elephant Mystery. And it is the cutest elephant sampler-ish. I've not found very many. Usually if they have an elephant, the elephant is either very small or it's very African looking. You know, it's got like giraffes and lions and tigers or whatever. And so this, to me, I loved it. I might, to make it a little bit bigger, add more letters on the bottom, but I don't think I will. I'm just gonna kind of play by ear and see. But this is all mostly done in black, so I will use that spool of Anchor Black that I have and see how I like that. And so this was my first purchase, and while I was there, even though it's a digital pattern, I got this Mayflowers. My birthday is in May. My daughter's birthday is in May, and so I thought about putting the dates. I was born on the 30th. She was born on the 17th. And maybe our initials up at the top if I can find an alphabet that I like that goes with it. But this is Mayflowers, and I love roses. May roses, and I love roses. Roses, it's my favorites. One of my favorite scents, and one of my favorite flowers. We have roses all along the front of the house and the side of the house. I just love them. They're so pretty. So that is May Roses by Twin Peak Primitives. And then for a freebie, and if you have not seen this freebie, you need to go get it. This is by Whilst Iris Naps. I will link it below. And these are her spool freebies. I was so excited about these when she kind of previewed them. I was like, yay, I'm going to make them. But her spool is smaller than mine. I have 4 vintage spools, and they are a little bigger. If I did them on the 14 count, like she shows, they would be big enough. So I'll probably end up doing 14 or 28. So this is one of them. It's called Be Kind. Be You. And Be Brave. I don't know if I like the sentiments on the bottom, so I'm trying to figure out what to do. I thought about just leaving them blank, but I don't like the blank of it, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I thought about putting each of my kids' names, but that would require me again to find another alphabet. So, I'll see. But if you don't have them, go grab them. They're really, really cute. Even if you don't have spools. I think she has a link for the spools where you can buy them. So even if you don't have spools, you can buy them. Or they would just make cute little pillows or framed or whatever. So anyway, that's all I have. No topic today. I do like Cosmo. I do like Anchor. Will I replace DMC with them? Probably not. Unless, you know, like I said, I need a substitute and I have it, and so I use it. So anyway, that is it for today, and thank you so much for joining me. I have a question for you guys, so y'all just chit chat below about whatever interests you. And I will see you guys next week.